trend for Vietnam games right now, with this, the recently released Shell Shock, and titles like Viet Cong Purple Haze and Vietnam Tet Offensive on their way. We don't know if it's because deserts are getting dull, 60s music is cheaper to license, or if they've just worked out how to draw trees. But either way, jungle is finally back in fashion. Conflict Vietnam plays exactly like its predecessors, albeit with fewer buildings and more sunlight through tree effects. Unfortunately, the two previous Conflict games weren't all that in a bag of chips. Try to play this game properly by giving commands to your three teammates, and you invariably end up getting shot to bits. The jungle environment and swarms of Viet Cong don't lend themselves to tactical squad-based combat in the same way that Desert Storm's expansive towns did. Here you're often under siege as soon as you dropped into a level. At any time you leave the three soldiers in the hands of the AI, you're asking for trouble, as they'll always find a way to put themselves in danger. Ultimately, the best strategy is to dump the others in a safe place far away from the action, and just use one character to clear out as much as possible before regrouping. And then there are the missions themselves, which smoothly combine real historical events with a fictional account of your four soldiers being trapped behind enemy lines.
You might be down, soldier, but you ain't out!
Thunderous missions such as the Tet Offensive are certainly action-packed, but we prefer the ones where you creep along a jungle path looking for booby traps and scanning the trees for any sign of movement. Encountering nothing for long stretches is far more unnerving than a shootout anyway. This contradiction is Conflict Vietnam's biggest flaw. It's a squad-based full-on action game that's only really enjoyable when you go solo and don't have to fend off hordes of enemies. Essentially, it falls halfway between the harsh Rainbow Six games and the more forgiving Freedom Fighters, which means a half-arsed, half-baked attempt to emulate both.